we have Mario Kart at home. And this immediately kick up without any sort of introduction or any sort of graphics, nothing that presents the logos, nothing that is supposed to help you support the creators. It just gets right to the point. And this one, like I said, we have Mario Kart at home, so you can play this game on your browser instead. The game kicks off with a race, and this is a tutorial race. It is supposed to get you into the game, and by tutorial race I mean it's exactly like the actual races you will be taking part in. So upon featuring this tutorial race, you are now being placed at the main menu. Now at this very moment it does look at your typical shitty online game affair with loot boxes and far too many things going about to basically justify a purchase if you want to have a worthwhile experience. But thankfully there isn't really that much annoyance to begin with. As a matter of fact, you can skip all of that and go into an online match if you feel like it. So the controls are really easy to understand. Much like plenty of other racing games, you are beginning at the starting line, and it is your intention to reach the goal post and get as close to first place as possible. And the controls are easy to understand. You simply push the up key on your keyboard. Yes, this is programmed as an old school game where you actually use the arrows on your keyboard instead of the WASD keys. You know, back in the day when they were considered to be the pro keys? Well, now they are amateur keys. But anyway, given the fact that there are so many games coming out that look exactly like each other, what exactly does this game have in terms of graphics that differs them from other racing games? Well, it is a kart racer, and sadly there isn't really that much that differs it from other really colorful kart racers. But like I said, we have Mario Kart at home, and this is actually a really simplistic take on the traditional go-kart game. It's basically one big track, and the graphics themselves, well, I think it was made in Unity, and to be honest, this game actually does have pretty decent level design. The colors really pop, and the objects around are really great to look at. Now, the items that you can get to attack your opponent, which have to be activated with space, are items which are usually found in these kinds of kart racers. We have oil spills, we have projectiles, we have boosters, the usual kind of weapons that you will find in a race like this. And you will find them in these question mark boxes on the track right here. But anyway, before each and every race does happen, you actually have the opportunity to customize your character to make them look as great or as ugly as possible. Now, if you are basically playing this game in the way I play it, without actually creating a user and then save the progress, well, you won't be able to pick up where you left off. But to be honest, this is a typical kart racer, so you are supposed to get behind the wheel, as in the computer, and just race for a couple of minutes and then turn it off. It's the same with Super Mario 63, a classic flash game which I used to play back in the day when I was beginning to see and understand the Nintendo 64 art style. I will clarify one thing, however. When I did talk about microtransactions, well, I meant the microtransactions that you need to play endless amounts of hours if you want to get said item without microtransactions. There are microtransactions, but they are completely skippable. Now, the selection of tracks are really kind of boring. It is this one, and this one. There's only 3 tracks. Of course, they are pretty decent themselves. But given the fact that there is such a small selection of tracks, I wonder why they could just have 3 laps. They have 2. Now, there is a possibility that if you actually pay for more, you will probably gain access to more tracks. But the way it is in the standard game without paying anything, well, it is kind of a limited experience, and that really only comes down to you. If you like kart racers, then you'll be playing this. But if you don't like it and you simply just want to get as much as possible, whatever means necessary, do you want to play this one? Well, given the fact there are many more games with much more stuff in them, this is not really a game I can recommend to those that want everything in a game for free. It's actually a decent game for what it is. It is packed, neatly and tidily packed, into an experience which, of course, you can spend a few minutes in and still have a good time. So I will be linking this game down below, and I will see you guys for later. Bye bye.